As promised, this week we'll continue our focus on cassava. This time around, cassava flour as well as grated cassava are being used to make bread.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you at this time our master baker, as I call him, Mr. Rex Collymore. He is the Cassava baker who is based in Trinidad and Tobago and has spent a number of years working with not just cassava, it's been cassava, sweet potato, vegetables, and their role and how he's been developing a number of products, including bread, using local produce. Mr. Collymore today will demonstrate for us grated cassava, replacement 40% grated cassava in the production of sliced bread, and he's also going to demonstrate the use of cassava flour. And these are all products procured here in Barbados. We would have obtained the products here from the Barbados, from BADMC, my apologies, for use in today's demonstration. And it comes off of the machine that we would have provided. The grated cassava was produced using that machine, producing the raw materials, part of the raw materials for today's product work. Mr. Collymore, I invite you now to demonstrate and to show our bakers and the audience what we have been able to develop.
Good morning to all. My name is Rex Collymore, and what I'm going to demonstrate to you this morning is the use of grated cassava, 40% grated cassava with basic flour, and also 30% cassava flour with basic flour. You may wonder why aren't we doing both 40% grated cassava and 40% cassava flour. For your information, 1 pound of cassava flour is roughly equivalent to about 2 pounds of grated cassava. I'd like to repeat that. 1 pound of cassava flour is equivalent to roughly around 2 pounds of grated cassava. So when we use 30%, you can have an idea of the amount of cassava that is being used in the mix. Okay. We'll first begin with the grated cassava. We have a small mixer here. We're going to do 10 pounds of mix. That is 6 pounds of white flour to 4 pounds of grated cassava. So I would like to ask one of the bakers here to come and assist me so that we can have people participating and at least have a feel of how we use the process. Miss Welcome, come. Let's begin with Miss Welcome. So here we have 6 pounds of white flour. Miss Welcome, and you'll be the one to be filling the thing and showing them how to do it. 6 pounds of white flour, and she's going to place 6 pounds of white flour in our mixer. I see. Oh, okay. Well, I've already sanitized my hands. Okay, no, don't shake, don't shake. Just hold it there. And here we have for you can see, this is grated cassava, raw grated cassava. Let me place. Normally we have larger mixes than these, but for demonstration purposes we use a small mix. Now, for your information, you can do this even at home. You add your normal ingredients afterwards, and you continue the process. Here we are putting some bits of advice. Do not mix your yeast with your salt. Okay? This is cream bacon. So this is sugar. I will always put the sugar in one spot.
On one spot.
Yeah. And this here There's your yeast, so you could put your yeast on top of the sugar. Yes, because you do not want to mix your yeast with your salt. Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it a that. Okay? Right. This is this one. Okay. And this is the salt, so put the salt on the opposite side. And I'm sorry, I should have given the lady an apron. So there you are. You put an apron on you, my dear lady. Let's see your apron already. Very good. Now we will put our fat. I like, you see, people use different recipes. With cassava, grated cassava, you recognize it would need a little more fat. So ordinary flour has a lot of gluten. There's no gluten in grated cassava, so you need to increase your fat when you're making these things. So here we have the fat. I mix some margarine with basic shortening to give you a better taste, and you taste it in. Vinegar. Oh, the vinegar is bad. A little guide for those of you who are involved in baking. You want your bread to last long, make sure you operate under sanitary conditions. So far we have been doing work in the various bakeries, and I've advised them to use simple vinegar. Taking a little bit of vinegar and wiping on your tables helps greatly with preventing mold. And you do not have to dilute it. Use the vinegar. Some bakeries place vinegar in their mix to avoid mold. All you need to do is make sure you have your table properly sanitized. Sometimes in baking you may have some residual flour, something that stays there, you didn't notice it. And this vinegar will do wonders to prevent any form of transfer of mold to your dough. We're about to mix. Sorry, let me bring this here because you need to consider that the grated cassava already has water in it. So you must control the amount of water that you place in it. The reason why we do not necessarily tell people, for instance, like normally I would use 1 liter of water in this mix. But sometimes when you grate the cassava, you have more water than other times. So you have to be able to observe your mix, feel your mix as a baker to know how to use the amount of water that you use. Okay, we're going to start this mixer. Oh, sorry. Okay. We start slow for slow for 4 minutes. All right, slow speed. We add about, this is half liter of water. Okay. So we pour in our water. Okay, I'm going to stop it to observe. Okay. Check your mix. Mix it pretty dry. It could need some. Yes. Okay, we'll continue as they get themselves prepared. That's half a liter of water so far I've used. I'm just waiting for them to come because I want them to be a part of it. Oh, okay, fine. I want you to open it out, stop it, and look and observe. No. Oh, okay. You don't have to take it up. Feel it out. Right, still very stiff. What do you think, sir?
It's still very stiff.
You touched it, my friend?
Look at it and
Okay.
see.
Let me just show you the dough. Okay, fine. For those of you who are in the, okay, you see it's now coming together. This is the first performance. Now you may say it may need, yes, it needs some more water, but if you go to put too much water, after a while you'll have too much water. You understand? So you notice it's gelling together. Right, let's continue. Oh. Another little trick. It's always good to have a little of your liquid shortening around, so sometimes you just put a little tip to help your mixer. Okay, I will stop again and let them feel. See? It's coming in. Fine. It's feel different, so okay. Yes.
But this here is an expensive burger. I put a little more water in this one.
Very
A
good.
little more.
And this little bit more water. Fine, good. All right, good. Okay, we're going to mix a little bit more. We'll add a little bit more water, and then we'll change to.
Sounds different.
Oh, okay, fine. A little bit more water. Let it mix. Now, normally we use 1 liter. So far, you see, we still have water in this, right? Fine. Because of the amount of water that was involved, was in the cassava. Now you can hear the water. Sometimes what you do, you just take a little tip, you know. Right. But we need faster speed. Okay. That's great. Okay, let me just stop and feel. Okay, this needs some more waters. Okay, I want to show you something also. You observe your dough is spreading evenly. Very good. Fine. See? So it's no different from if you were using ordinary flour. Observe. Get the little spots, you see? Right. Who has been making here the longest?
I don't know. Well, she said but
Okay.
I got a lot of years in.
What do you think about the fat in that? Feel?
To me, if you pretty good here at this moment.
Very good.
Okay.
So it's the same kind of dough that you will use in the bakery. But you're feeling that it's the grains
That's probably cassava. itself.
because of the cassava.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Very good. Because let's do our continue mixing and let's mix up some more. We have to watch it because I want. Oh, right. That's a bit too much. No problem. Is it okay? Normally this mix will just take 10 minutes. If you're doing 100 pounds, still 10 minutes. Okay, fine? Fine?
Let me see if you do.
Yes.
Let me put the dust of dough down. Drop the machine so it will come up.
Oh, you ready to take out? Oh, he's ready to get on the table, man. Okay, fine. I know some people put flour on their tables, but I'm telling you, when you put flour, you're adding more flour to your mix. So what I just do, I just put a little bit of oil on my table. Fine. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Okay. See, a good way is that you see your ladle comes up. Hold it clean. So the dough is mixed.
Preparing the dough for the proofing and then onto the oven. That's coming up next on Cooking with Cassava.
Oh, sorry. So you have the dough ready to cut. The knife.
What knife?
You cut dough cutter. Yeah, knife. Okay. If you're making your dinner rolls, you know what I mean. The guys will hold it and they have the roll. Okay, what we're going to do, we have pans there. Bring the scale. We're going to just weigh. For that pan, we just put about 1.5 pounds. We could put 1.5 pounds or 1.25 pounds. So we just put 1.5 pounds. We already weigh the pans. Bring the scale. Some dinner rolls. Some dinner rolls. Yeah, let me do some dinner rolls. You don't know rules. Okay. Is there anyone else who can do this? Also, come on. We have a tray here where you can come and do your roll now. Come on, don't be embarrassed. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Here. Go on, you. If you do it differently, you do it your way.
You make the roll, roll and just rest it here. Do the same, go.
Okay. Now you can see. Put them in the trays. Whilst we're doing that, I'm taking these other two. We're going to use the same mixer and okay. Let's finish and then I'll let.
And you can use the tray and put them on the tray. So we'll send them down to Brooklyn.
And whilst they're doing that, I'll have this young lady here fill in the flour for the other mix. This is 7 pounds of flour. And this is your local cassava flour. Dried cassava flour. You notice that when we are mixing, you'll notice that this will take more water than if you were doing the. You could see it if you. Those of you who want to come and take out your picture, you can come close in. Huh? You'll be fine. Okay. So we are doing 30%, so it's 3 pounds of dried sand. Yes. Sorry. Again, or sugar. I prefer to use brown sugar. I know brown sugar is pretty expensive, so use your white sugar. Huh? How much? Yeah, I just have about 8 ounces of brown sugar there. Huh? Oh, you want process? It is with the cassava flour. I'm using 7 pounds of white flour, 3 pounds of cassava flour.
Sorry.
This here is your. This is your salt. Put it on the opposite side. Then mix the salt with it. With this, what I did, I placed. Let's say if I'm putting let's say I'm putting 8 ounces of fat, or let's say if I'm putting 3/4 pound of fat, I would just put half butter, half short pound. No, not a pound, less than a pound. Okay? Okay? Right. So that's one batch. Ready to go in the proofer? Thanks. Okay. Begin, please. You can Hold. May I ask a question? What kind of bread? Just now, the people they were asking questions about the weight of bread, the softness of bread. What kind of bread do you already like? Heavy bread or light bread? Huh? Okay, the Cubans like a light bread. What about you, ma'am? What kind of bread do you like? What kind of bread? Do you like a heavy bread or a light bread? Medium. So you see, so you can't please everybody. Some people like it light, some people like it heavy, and it's easy, very, very easy for you to get the bread. You work on your weights, the amount of dough you're going to put in your pan, and the point at which you're going to allow it to proof. So you can get like Jamaicans like a hard dough bread. So, for instance, like you have a pound and a quarter here. They may put about a pound and 3/4 here. Let it raise a certain point, and it will not pass the level of this pan, and they'll bake it like that. So when it comes out like a heavy bread, give you a nice slice. So you can make any bread the same. It's the same process. All we have done here is just added cassava. All we have done was place grated cassava or cassava flour. Very, very simple. Okay, wait. What's going on here? There's too much work inside here.
Yes, you can stop it. I'm ready to, okay? I know, but you know
Okay, the bread baked this morning is going to be up here shortly, hot out of the oven. It's good to see the bakers in action. I don't know why you don't come and help us, my dear lady. Huh? And this is with cassava flour. Maybe I should have invited one of you Cuban gentlemen to come and help. What's up? Well, what's happening? I supply machines if you want. You'll add more water? All right, let that mix. Let that mix. This is your local flour.
Right. But sometimes you get a lot more.
Yeah, it depends on the kind of flour. But what you did just now, you'll put too much water inside it.
I was so tight.
Yeah, but don't worry about the tightness. Remember, it's a mixing. Let it mix. It will work out. The flour will work in. The water will work in. Come in.
It needs mixing.
Yes, mixing.
I need it with my hand.
Normally, in about 10 minutes time, you should be finished. If you need your hand, it will be longer.
Huh?
If you need with your hand, it will be longer.
Longer, right. I need it with my hand and I set my yeast. I don't put it in yeast like I used to. And then I found it wasn't raising the way I wanted.
I'll tell you what you have to do. She was speaking of us, saying that when she kneads with her hand, you know, she puts her yeast to set. But you don't necessarily have to put your yeast to set. What you have to do is...
I do smaller quantities.
It's the small quantities. What you... Okay, when you put in your yeast, mix it all together. Mix the flour together, right? When you finish, put all the ingredients, and then put in your salt, mix it, and knead it normally. It will work. It will rise. What do you do? Tell me what you do.
I mix all my dry ingredients.
Yes,
Set
uh-huh.
my yeast.
Yeah.
Yes, because I have a recipe that I work with.
You put your yeast to soak in water.
Pardon me?
The yeast, the dry yeast now works immediately in the flour.
I use warm water to set my yeast.
But you don't have to do it now.
I set my yeast with warm water.
Okay. You all have to you have to take out this flour now. It's finished.
Yeah.
It's going
If
to
we
too
good,
hot.
darling?
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Cups of clean. Ready. Again. Lovely dough. All right. Come and do a demonstration with me, sir. He knows about this. Come, please. Come. No, come. Come. He is into food technology, so he's supposed to feel it out and stretch it out and show them, please. Yes. And that is cassava flour. Fine? So you know before you even get to the oven, your bread will bake properly. Satisfied? Thank you very much, sir. You may have it. Okay, sir. Again, we leave others to cut their dough and begin the process. The table is yours. In the meantime, let's clear up these things. Okay. Whilst you're doing this, let's hear the questions now. People are asking questions. I'm ready for your questions.
Estimated time of minute completion.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
4 minutes slow, 6 minutes fast.
From start to finish. To the
Yes,
bake.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes your dough is ready. Ready to roll out?
Include the baking?
No, sir. Please. Okay. 10 minutes for your dough, then you roll out your dough. When you've rolled out the dough, proofing time, 1 hour proofing time, put in your proofer if you have a proofer. Takes 30 minutes to bake at 350 degrees. With all the fiber, it's going to take the same time. Just as normal bread. If you get fiber grains in bread, well, you will answer that when you taste the bread today. When you taste the bread today, you'll know if you're feeling as though something lumpy. You will get the opportunity to taste the bread to know if it will be tasting fine. Any other question, please? A gentleman was asking me something about the amount of yeast. What is the question, sir? Could you stand and ask your question? The amount of yeast I use in this, actually, I just use basically 3 level tablespoonful yeast in the cassava, grated cassava, and about 3 level tablespoonful of yeast. And with the cassava flour, I found that a little bit more yeast in the cassava flour. I put about 4 level tablespoons of the yeast. That is for 10-pound mix. Any other question? Okay. The use of margarine varies. It depends upon how you want, what kind of taste you want to get one, the flexibility of your bread, the density of your bread, if you want your bread heavy, light, so that you can range from, personally I would say from ½ pound upwards. I don't like to go lower with grated cassava. I say ½ pound of fat upwards for 10 pounds. I do not like to go below it. Now you can go below it, it's just that your bread will be a bit drier. And then you'll have to put other things in it to give it different.
All right, excuse Mr. Collymore.
Yes.
All right, on this side. So I'd like to invite you while they're rolling out. This morning we prepared bread with grated cassava and cassava flour. So we have fresh dinner rolls for you to try right on spot with or without butter.
It is said that the proof of the pudding is in the eating. When we return, we'll have comments from those who sampled the cassava bread.
I also have on the table bran and cassava bread and straight cassava bread made with grated cassava. These are the products we prepared last night at Purity Bakery with the baker and with the Purity quality officers. You're also invited to share in the bread that was made last night, to taste what it tastes like and to give us some feedback and ask more questions of the baker based on what you're tasting today. So it's in front here for you, invited to try.
This one is what? This is, which kind of bread this is? No, here's the problem. You see, I have to ask which bread it is because I cannot tell the difference. This is
the cassava, grated cassava one. The other one is coming.
okay, this is grated cassava. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Let me just take up one and let you feel it. Feel it. You see, you can get it fluffy. Nice. And these are light dinner rolls. What do you think, sir? And where are my Cuban friends?
Remember, emphasize that it's 40% cassava.
Oh, we do have both of them is 40% cassava. The cassava flour that will come up shortly will be 30% cassava. This is what you're tasting. 40% grated cassava, as was made on the first batch of bread.
Just pull it out.
Yeah? What I can do, I can...
You like it? Good.
All right, so the sliced bread, grated cassava, prepared yesterday evening at Purity Bakery. They started their development and their trials,
And you can make it heavier.
both bran
You can do different
as
styles.
well as grated
You
cassava
can make
bread
a
that was
sliced
made.
bread. And you to cut down your cost of flour.
This is the bran, yes. This bran one is made with bran and grated cassava. It's a whole wheat kind of bread.
You got to do it by yourself. Yeah. No, you made them, yes. Open it up, we high. Okay. Huh?
Yeah, you can have a slice.
Have we got bread here that is made with cassava flour only?
I don't have any bread made with... Okay, so the question is, do I have bread made with cassava flour only? My answer to that is no. Because when we use cassava flour only, cassava flour doesn't rise. It doesn't have the gluten to allow it to rise, to get this nice rounded top shape.
So you must add white flour.
If you want to get this type of bread, you will need to add the white flour to it, the wheat flour. So I'm going to ask the bakers here now to give me a taste. Tell me what you think.
I think it come on board because the fact remains that it got the soft texture in it. They don't even realize, they got in the cassava.
You can't tell the cassava in it. Excellent. What bakery are you from?
I'm responsible for Larry's Old Fashioned Bakery.
Say the name again for me.
Larry's Old Fashioned Bakery.
Larry's Old Fashioned Bakery. So I have one bakery on board, Larry's Old Fashioned Bakery. So I'm going to ask Miss Welcome again also to taste it. I'm going to pause and ask you to taste it and tell me what you think.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you, very good. And you can't tell the cassava is in there. I'm going to ask Miss Francine here to taste it from, and she's Brian's Bakery.
I taste Brian's. Brian's Bakery.
Brian's
Brian.
Brian's Bakery. Sorry.
I tasted the whole wheat. It's really good. The whole wheat is really good.
The whole wheat she finds is really good. Nice. How do you find the buns?
Not as good as the whole wheat.
Not as good as the whole wheat. So you prefer the whole wheat? Well, that's not bad.
Good too.
Okay, good, good.
This is good too.
But is it moist? Do you like the crumb texture?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay.
But
But your recipe could be adapted to what you like for you to make a bread similar to what you make with the cassava, grated cassava as well.
actually whole wheat is more not like bread. It's bread. It tastes like bread. This tastes like bread, but it's more crummy. It's more, the texture is different.
Yes.
Not
And you can try the bread of the sliced bread. I'll invite you to try the sliced bread from Purity that we did. And let us know how does that compare to what you're tasting as well.
Okay, I just tasted pieces that my mom had.
Okay.
And it's really good.
Thank you very much.
The whole wheat tastes very nice. It's the texture is nice, and it's heavy in terms of what they think the Bajans will like.
Do you think what the patient's going to like?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. See, I'm going to come here now to the UE and ask Dr. Allen here to give us some feedback.
The bread was very good. It tasted like regular bread to me, and it was excellent quality.
Something you're going to buy off the shelf?
I would, definitely.
Definitely. Thank you. Mr. Taylor, I know you're part of our regional committee, but tell me what you think.
I like it. I like it a whole lot. It's soft,
Yes.
but has fiber.
Yes, it does. And because the grated cassava is grated and not dry like a flour, it has a higher fiber content. So the bread gets a natural higher fiber content than the wheat flour that we have to bring in. Thank you.
I have a new product for home now.
You have a new product. I'm glad to hear that because I need a champion in Jamaica. Thank you. So tell me, gentlemen, what did you think of what you've sampled today?
Well, the consistency was pretty good. It was pretty heavy. I like the taste. High in fiber. Good product for the market.
Excellent. Thank you.
Well, I'm supporting what he's just said, high fiber content, which is very good. And you know that would mean a very low glycemic index, unlike white potato. So especially for the diabetics, that would be the best thing instead of the white flour. And I'm glad that you have a mixture, which is local, and we have to save foreign exchange. Very good taste, very good texture.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minat.
Darling, yeah. I love it. I like the texture of it. You can actually taste the fiber. I believe it's a very good product, and it can go far, and thanks to those persons who have put in all the hard work. And I know we're on to something good, and we're going to be able to save some valuable foreign exchange.
Excellent. That's a very important point, because saving money is very important in the changes in the economic times. Tell me what you think.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Taste is, I'm not going into all this thing about the different fiber or whatever. It tastes good. Just like normal bread.
So just when you see it on the shelf, you're going to pick it up.
Just pick it up.
We're going to tell Purity, you got to start making this bread because you're going to buy it.
Purity made the bread. I can buy it.
Ms. Bartlett.
Excellent. You know that we have always been on board, and we know that this is a product that we really need to push all over the islands. We want to start in the schools soon, working with you in the schools, that we can get the children that encourage their parents to buy stuff, that we can get them on board also.
Good. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has brought me to the end of our activity this morning. I am extremely pleased with the outcome, with the turnout, with your participation, and with your feedback. I look forward to moving across. I'm just going to ask the baker, just for 2 seconds, sorry. That's okay. I'm just wrapping up a little bit. I want to just say thank you to a number of persons for making this happen. First, I do need to thank Chef Peter Edie for allowing us the use of his facility here today. I came in here a couple months ago. I've only moved to Barbados in January. Met Mr. Edie in February, and when I came here, I said, this is where we need to do our demonstration. It's going to have, everyone is going to get to participate in this event, in this approach. I give an extended thank you to the Ministry of Agriculture. Mr. Brayton is the national coordinator under the Processing and Market Development Project that I am coordinating for the region here, and he has been a support. We've done a number of things in Barbados. We've done demonstrations previously in last November. demonstrating cassava use in a number of new products in partnership with the BADMC and Healthy Caribbean Coalition. We've partnered with BAS as well as other local entities to develop in Barbados strategies to move forward in developing the national cassava industry, as well as to lead some of the activities that we would like to take on at the regional level. I give thank you to my colleagues at the FAO Communications, Dr. Lopez, though she's not here, as my guidance for what I was about to embark on. And I thank you, the bakers, for taking the opportunity, most importantly, to participate here today. It was really a great success, and I'm very proud to hear your views. Mr. Hope couldn't join us today, but I say a heartfelt thank you also to Purity for joining us and taking on the challenge to try it. After our work yesterday afternoon, he himself was quite pleased and surprised at the outcome of the products that he is now looking to consider. And we're looking at ways to make it a national product in Barbados. Again, I thank you and ask for your continued support. Look out for more news on cassava, taking cassava forward. Thank you.